So regarding the video that I just made about me leaving the Democratic Party, I wanted to make this point straight about this channel and the content that I'm making. I'm not telling you who to vote. I am not telling you whether to you should support Trump or the Republicans. That is not the point. My point is for you to be an independent thinker and call out the party that you tend to follow when they do the wrong things, and don't become just another NPC or a cheap of your party just because you happen to vote for them. That is the first point. So expanding on the previous video regarding why I left the Democratic Party, and I wanted to clarify an example. The reason I think many of the policies that the Democrats want to implement don't work or don't apply to reality, and people might get defensive when they hear this content. And it's not the purpose, but I'm here to help you or try to make you think outside the box if you can. I'll give you an example. Let's start with the example that I made about gun control. Why, in my opinion, gun control does not work. Who does the gun control mostly target? Gun control mostly target innocent people that haven't committed a crime, but just because somebody committed a crime, either with a magazine, either with an AR, or with a bump stock, or whatever the new thing they want to call on their state, that tend to mostly affect citizens because criminals do not follow laws. That is the exact definition of a criminal. A criminal, even though there's laws, they decide to break it intentionally. So all you're doing is making a bubble, making you believe, hey, if you all of you turn in your firearms, everything is going to be safer. Keep in mind the only people that will be willing to turn them in is the people that already are the good people. Let's jump to a different subject. Let's talk about the student debt. The Democrats have been pushing for years about going to school, going to college, and graduating and all that stuff. What happens? When you tell a business they're going to have a guaranteed of income, regardless how if they change any of the policies, if they're not profitable or not, if you're guaranteed an income, what does a normal business do? Let's say you're a barber and you normally take the max you can take is 11 people per day. I'm just throwing a number. And you have 15 and you're charging at $15 an hour. What do? That means you as a barber, there is a high demand for your position. If there's more demand that you can fill up in the hours, you increase your rate. Therefore, instead of charging 15, you're gonna go up to 20. And then if when you reach 20, you're still hovering about, hey, I have more people that need a haircut than I have hours in the day. The price is going to keep increasing. The same happened with school. We said to the schools, hey, it doesn't matter what you guys do. It doesn't matter whether you're graduating people from the right careers. The money's going to be guaranteed. And at the beginning, the federal student loans will cover the full tuition. What happened afterwards? Because I went to college. Then you have to take the federal loan plus a loan with the school because it was not enough. And the problem is you're not creating any incentives for the school to actually lower the price because, again, you guaranteed the problem. And how is that the Democrats want to resolve the problem? They want to address the outcome, not what led to that problem. So you're not addressing why school is so expensive. You're not addressing whether the school can actually justify the expenses, or maybe leveraging the fact that schools don't pay taxes in a negotiation, like be like, hey, look, you're not paying taxes. And we need people to graduate from schools. But you're making it extremely difficult. And then you can try to negotiate something. But all you said is, hey, we're just going to guarantee the loan. What happens? School has increased by what? 235% in the last 10, 15 years? And how are you going to solve it? You're going to pay the schools now? So you're going to pay those loans, but you're not fixing the problem. If you don't fix the problem is going to keep coming back and coming back and coming back. And that is the approach I feel that they have on many things. I think they do, the Democrats or the left, sometimes they do call out issues in the system. Like, for example, I think an argument that many people make about the top 1%, there's different issues, and it's a more complicated topic. But another thing that I always want to simplify because people don't think of it this way. People always complain about the 1%, but they want to give more control to the government. If you take out all the money from all the millionaires, you can only run government for like 8 months. Does that mean so? Are you saying there's too much billionaires, or are you saying the government is spending too much money that they just need more and more and more, and that's not a good recipe long term? So staying on the subject about the student loans, I think addressing the problems, why everything is so expensive, is how you fix the problem. Let's go into the medical side. We all agree that our medical system, even though the quality of the service for the most part is excellent, the price that we pay for that service is insane. I I know a family of mine recently had a knee surgery. The knee surgery lasted 20, 30 minutes. How much do you think that cost? $44,000. I am not saying, hey, you gotta pay $300 for a knee surgery, but I'm saying the price, it's insane. And the problem is that you don't know. First, there's no clarity of product. If you go to a dealer and you can see all the prices, you can make a decision where you're going to buy your car before you ever go. You don't have that option in a hospital. If you have 20 hospitals and you can see all the prices that each hospital is charging, and then you contrast it with the service, you're gonna go to the cheapest with the best service. But since there's no price clarity, they're just pretty much charging whatever price they want. And how are Democrats want to fix that? Are Democrats want to fix the issues that are leading to that problem? No, 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 no. They just want to fix the outcome. We're not gonna fix what's causing everything to be so expensive. We're just gonna pay for everyone's medical bills. To a certain extent, it might make sense, but you're not addressing the problem. It's kind of like, it's like you're overweight and people are telling you, hey, just go get the surgery, man. Go get the surgery. You fix your, they cut off your stomach, and then you're gonna lose a lot of weight. But are you addressing the problem that's leading you to be overweight? And that is the issue. And I think in many aspects, I'm not saying that the Republican Party addresses this problem. I think the Republicans are also a bunch of hypocrites. The Republicans, they're talking about small government. Where are the small government Republicans? Ron Paul, Thomas Massey? Because the rest are just doing the same thing that the establishment Democrats are doing. Whenever they're in power, they're trying to spend as much as they can on the things that they care about, and good luck to the rest of the people. And that is one of the things that I just couldn't agree with the Democratic Party. I just feel that they were taking advantage of you not doing the research of something that is actually going to fix a problem. And if you think of it this way, again, I'm not saying the Republicans answer this in many to the full perspective, but I'm saying addressing the outcome, you're not fixing the actual problem. It's kind of like there's a domestic violence in the house, and you try to fix a problem by, I don't know, let's say having a divorce. Could a divorce maybe fix the problem? I think this is not the best example, but could a divorce fix the problem? Probably. I mean, they're not gonna have the problem anymore. But do you actually address the problem that was going on? The same thing that's happening with all this crazy people in the school shootings. Yes, when we get them, the law is able to handle them for the most part, even though everything is extremely expensive. But we don't have a system that you can address mental health. And there's also no incentives for promoting mental health, because the veterans that are coming back from the war that the politicians supported, they're not even getting the medical help that they need. So if those people are not getting the help, what do you think about the rest of the population? And there are many big issues like that. And I think the closest thing that I would agree with is the Libertarian Party, even though they don't have enough support, unfortunately. But I think the Democrats have left this thing a long way ago. It just I mean, I watched uh, videos from Biden or Obama from 2008, and I'm like, they're not longer the same person. They're just a completely different party. The problem is they just keep going left and left and left and left, and most of the policies they're not. Personally, I don't think they're popular. I think if they win this election, it's because Trump is such a toxic candidate that people are just gonna hate. They don't want to vote for Trump, despite however inflation is going. But at the end, the point is, just think for yourself, guys. I don't want you to agree with me. This it's not the point of this video. But if you think for yourself, you're gonna be able to see there's many inconsistencies that you're going to see with a party that's claiming one thing and they're not really addressing some of the problems that they want to fix. That's why every 4 years they talk to the black community, but all the majors where most of the crime is happening for the black community, they haven't addressed none of those problems. For how many years have those issues been going? Generations? Have they actually fixed any other problems? Chicago, Little Rock, Memphis. I'm not sure about the exact population of Little Rock, but Memphis. There's many cities that are facing the same problems and they're not being addressed, and they all vote for the Democrats. In my opinion, they just pander and they tell you what you want to hear, what sounds nice, but they don't really follow up and do anything. They'll give you something here, something there, and that's again give you extra money on your food stamps. It helps you on the short term. It does not help you on the long term. I think one solution that they can promote is, why don't you try to improve? Maybe work with recruiters in certain areas. That way you can elevate the skills. That way at least people know how to interview. What if they actually invest money on those things? And instead of they only be able to apply to a fast food restaurant, they can actually apply for a better job, and you actually get them off the help from the government, and their life will be better because they're gonna feel a lot better from themselves. The fact that they're able to improve and get into a better situation. But I think this is not the conversation that we want to have in the United States. Unfortunately, there's too much division, and you can see it on the topics whenever people are trying to be understandable and reasonable. Many people are just speaking to their own echo chamber, saying, "Oh, bullshit this, oh, bullshit that," and they're just repeating all the talking points from the side. But I will leave it at that. If I have anything else to bring up, I would make another video. Peace.